is given food to eat, he feels satiation of hunger and the pleasure of dining simultaneously. Thus, he does not have to ask whether he has actually been fed or not. The crucial test of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is that one should get positive enlightenment by such an act. Text 6. Bhuya eva vivitsami Bhagavan atmamayaya yatedam srijate vishvam durvi bhavyam adishwarai. I beg to know from you how the personality of Godhead, by his personal energies, creates these phenomenal universes as they are, which are inconceivable even to the great demigods. Purport. In every inquisitive mind, the important question of the creation of the phenomenal world arises. And therefore, for a personality like Maharaj Parikshit, was to know all the activities of the Lord from his spiritual master. Such an inquiry is not uncommon. For every unknown thing, we have to learn and inquire from a learned personality. The question of creation is also one of such inquiries to be made to the right person. The spiritual master, therefore, must be one who is Sarvagya, as stated herein before in connection with Sukadeva Goswami. Thus, all inquiries on God which are unknown to the disciple may be made from the qualified spiritual master. And here, the practical example is set by Maharaj Parikshit. It was, however, already known to Maharaj Parikshit that everything we see is born out of the energy of the Lord, as we all learned in the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Janmadi Ashayataha. So Maharaj Parikshit wanted to know the process of creation. The origin of creation was known to him. Otherwise, he would not have inquired about how the personality of Godhead, by his different energies, creates this phenomenal world. The common man also knows that the creation is made by some creator and is not created automatically. We have no experience in the practical world that a thing is created automatically. Foolish people say that the creative energy is independent and acts automatically, as electrical energy works. But the intelligent man knows that even the electrical energy is generated by an expert engineer, the localized powerhouse, and thus the energy is distributed everywhere under the resident engineer's supervision. The Lord's supervision in connection with creation is mentioned even in the Bhagavad Gita 9.10. It is clearly said there that the material energy is a manifestation of one of many such energies of the Supreme. Parasha Shaktir Vivadaiva Shuryate. An inexperienced boy may be struck with wonder by seeing the impersonal actions of the electronics or many other wonderful things conducted by electrical energy. But an experienced man knows that behind the action is a living man who creates such energy. Similarly, the so-called scholars and philosophers of the world may, by mental speculation, present so many utopian theories about the impersonal creation of the universe. But an intelligent devotee of the Lord, by studying the Bhagavad Gita, can know that behind the creation is the hand of the Supreme Lord, just as in the generating electrical powerhouse, there is the resident engineer. This research scholar finds out the cause and effect of everything, but research scholars are as great as Brahma, Shiva, Indra, and many other demigods are sometimes bewildered by seeing the wonderful creative energy of the Lord. So, what to speak of the tiny mundane scholars dealing in petty things? As there are differences in living conditions of different planets of the universe, and as one planet is superior to others, the brains of living entities in those respective planets are also of different categorical values. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, one can compare the long duration of life of the inhabitants of Brahma's planet, which is also inconceivable to the habitants of this planet, Earth, to the categorical value of the brain of Brahmaji, also inconceivable to any great scientist of this planet. And with such high brain power, even Brahmaji has described in his great Brahma Samhita 5.1 as follows: Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. There are many personalities possessing the qualities of Bhagavan, but Krishna is the supreme because none can excel him. He is the supreme person and his body is eternal, full of knowledge, bliss. He is the primeval Lord Govinda and cause of all causes. Brahmaji admits Lord Krishna to be the supreme cause of all causes. But persons with tiny brains within this petty planet, Earth, think of Lord as one of them. Thus, when Lord says in Bhagavad Gita that he, Lord Krishna, is all in all, the speculative philosophers and mundane wranglers deride him, and the Lord regretfully says, Avajananti Mamuda Manushim Tanumashritam Parambhavam Ajananto Mamamuta Maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my superior dominion over all that be. Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Brahma and Shiva, and what to speak of other demigods, or bhutas, or powerful created demigods who manage universal affairs, much like ministers appointed by a king. The ministers may be Ishwaras or controllers, but the Supreme Lord is Maheshwara, or the creator of the controllers. Persons with a poor fund of knowledge do not know this, and therefore they have the audacity to deride him because he comes before us by his costless mercy occasionally as human being. The Lord is not like a human being. He is Satchitananda Vigraha, or the absolute personality of Godhead. And there is no difference between his body and his soul. He is both the power and the powerful. Maharaj Parikshit did not ask his spiritual master, Shukadeva Goswami, to narrate Lord Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavana. He wanted to hear first about the creation of the Lord. Sukadeva Goswami did not say that the king should hear about the direct transcendental pastimes of the Lord. The time was very short, and naturally Sukadeva Goswami could have gone directly to the 10th canto to make a shortcut of the whole thing, as generally done by the professional reciters. But neither the king nor the great speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam jumped up like the organizers of Bhagavatam. Both of them proceeded systematically so that both future readers and hearers might take lessons from the example of the procedure of reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. Those who are under the control of extra energy of the Lord, or in other words, those who are in the material world, must first of all know how the external energy of the Lord is working under the direction of the Supreme Personality. And afterwards, one may try to enter into the activities of his inner energy. The mundaners are mostly worshippers of Durga Devi, the extra energy of Krishna, but they do not know that Durga Devi is but the shadow energy of the Lord. Behind her astonishing display of material workings is the direction of the Lord, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.10. The Brahma Samhita affirms that Durga Shakti is working by the direction of Govinda, and without his sanction, the powerful Durga Shakti cannot move even a blade of grass. Therefore, the neophyte devotee, instead of jumping at once to the platform of transcendental pastimes, presented by the internal energy of the Lord, may know how great the Supreme Lord is by inquiring about the process of his creative energy. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita also, descriptions of the creative energy and the Lord's hand in it are explained. And the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita has warned the neophyte devotees to be seriously on guard against the pitfall of neglecting knowledge about Krishna in regard to how great he is. Only when one knows Lord Krishna's greatness can one firmly put one's unflinching faith in him. Otherwise, like the common man, even the great leaders of men will mistake Lord Krishna for one of the many demigods or a historical personality or a myth only. The transcendental pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavana or even at Dwaraka are relishable for persons who have already qualified themselves in advanced spiritual techniques. And the common man may be able to attain to such a plane by the gradual process of service and inquiries, as we shall see in the behavior of Maharaj Parikshit. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That was a huge, very big purport. So, any thoughts, reflections based on these two verses? Any questions? Discussion points?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. I just understood that we have to be patient. We have to keep patience. We have to keep following the senior devotees who are in front of us without any expectation that, yes, I should realize anything, I should feel or I should see something, because this is really the Krishna's decision, and we should be just ready to follow without any expectation. And whenever we should have something, Krishna will decide that. So that's the only understanding I have here, Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else? You find it striking?
Hare
Move
Krishna
too
ji,
quick.
Dandavat Pranam.
Yes, no. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, sorry, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Just one or two thoughts, Prabhu. Whenever Srila Prabhupada gets an opportunity, he goes on to elaborate that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, Prabhu. So we've seen this multiple times. In many instances, Srila Prabhupada, wherever he gets a chance, he goes about establishing Krishna's supremacy and the position of other demigods vis-a-vis Krishna's position. So this point I liked. And another thing is here, Maharaj Parikshit himself is saying that because you are devoid of any material contamination. So that's a cue for us of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees like Karande Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, etc. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, bro.
Hare
Anyone
Krishna.
else? Yes, bro.
Yeah, all the Puranas, creation is one of the 10 topics discussed. And of course, Bhagavatam says Krishna is the Supreme Lord and he is the creator. But other Puranas, they depict in a different way. How do we see this, Prabhu? Actually, that is one of the confusions prevailing. Hare Krishna.
So other Puranas talk about creation in a different way, or like they glorify other demigods as the supreme person. Is that what is the question, bro? It's about the creation or about other Puranas talking about other personalities
They
as
say
the supreme?
Devi is supreme and all other things have been created from Devi. Devi Puranam says, Shiva Puranam says Shiva is the supreme, and Krishna is under Shiva, like that.
Okay, fine.
Krishna, creation of Shiva, something like that. They're kind of, because we are supposed to sadhu, sastra, guru. We are supposed to follow them as a guidelines. But the
Okay.
script itself, they are throwing confusion.
Okay.
That is the biggest bottleneck.
Okay.
Of course, you have strong faith in Krishna, there's no doubt about it. We have strong faith in Bhagavatam. We have to follow Bhagavatam, and we should hear from Guru, and whatever Guru says there, the instruction we should follow, and all those things. But I am talking in just as a common man point of view. If
Yes,
somebody
understood.
knows things, and he gets a lot of confusion. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure, Prabhu. We'll note this question down. We'll discuss it like maybe after a little bit later, after hearing from other devotees as well. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice question. Okay, we can ponder over it. Anyone else?
Two quick things, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
One, it's very nicely and clearly said that Parikshit Maharaj is addressing Shukadev Goswami as Anagha, sinless. So definitely it is an imperative for us that on one hand, we have the company of all of us, we hear from all of us, from each other, and we try to repeat or say in parampara what is being given. It is also important for us that we find out great souls who are spotless in their character, who are sinless as it is spoken, like Srila Prabhupada and some of his prominent disciples. That's one thing that struck me. Second is the elaboration by Srila Prabhupada that one has to, not one has to, that it is important to hear about creation of this world. He was justifying why Maharaj Parikshit is asking about it. And for most of us who have been reading the Bhagavatam for quite some time, it may sound just natural. It may sound, yeah, we just talk about like what Sanatan Gopalaj Prabhu said, creation is a topic in each of the Puranas. So we'll go step by step, one by one. But we often do not realize the value of what we have unless and until sometimes we compare with what is not there elsewhere. For example, this very same topic of creation is given in such a very minute detail, both in Islam and Christianity, that they often there are often debates on something much more fundamental. Does human being have free will or not? Does an animal, what happens to an animal after death? Because animal doesn't have a free will. Because what was their role in creation? It in our case, like in the Vedic system, it's explained right in the scriptures, whereas in other religious systems they speculate about it, and there are different uh, streams of thought in their respective religions. For example, in Islam, there is the Ashrafi school, which believes that anything that happens is because God wants it, and there is no role of free will. Like say, for example, if I were to take a ball and throw it out of the window, and my window is a glass pane, and the glass pane breaks, it broke not because I threw the ball. It broke because God willed it. That is there under the Ashrafi school. There is the other, it's called the Murtazil in one sense, the way it's pronounced it. They believe that the individual has action. So what is the stem of action? It all comes from this creation topic. So it's nice that we'll hopefully get an answer for such questions from the Srimad Bhagavatam directly, rather than speculating like what happens in many religious systems. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Yugal Kishore Prabhu, would you like to share something?
In the fifth shloka, It is the power of hearing from the great personality and its efficacy, impact. It's such a wonderfully mentioned that. And Prabhupada, as usual, Prabhupada's example of the person who is actually hungry, he can actually get the result. We don't have to experience anything. That the person who is hearing that can actually experience that hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam, and so especially from the experienced personalities, there is no need of proof. The result is actually felt directly. So that actually shows that this effect of the devotional hearing topic from a pure devotee brings the transformative spiritual impact. And it actually happens gradually. The translation itself was gradually displaying the ignorance in the heart of sincere listener. So it signifies the impact of hearing, because our Bhagavad Dharma begins with the Shravanam and Kirtanam, and Prabhupada has given so much of importance on hearing. So the fifth shloka talks about that, and in the sixth shloka, Prabhupada's purport, like very, very difficult topic, Prabhupada gives so beautifully that we can understand the technical creation. Creation is a very difficult topic. However, Prabhupada says that they give the analogy of a powerhouse, and knowing that in this time of era where the people are more technical, and they will able to understand that from the electrical storehouse and the powerhouse. So that is the beauty of Srila Prabhupada, that how difficult topic he makes so easy to hear and understand the people like us in the context of the today's era. So some of the points from there, and as Vivek Prabhu was saying that knowing Krishna, I mean, knowing the greatness of Krishna, that one would not actually stop there. He would definitely, knowing when one knows the Lord Krishna's greatness, can one firmly put one's unflinching faith in him. And this such a punchline from Srila Prabhupada's purport actually gives so much of emphasis and encourage, motivates listeners, readers, hearers, that the ultimate goal, as the other day Maharaj was mentioning Friday, that we are hearing that Bhagavatam teaches us how to surrender to Krishna. And this is what exactly the statement that Srila Prabhupada was mentioning here. So it is a Guru Parampara message, that Bhagavatam's message is to surrender unto Lord Sri Krishna. Thank you, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Anyone else? Sarbari Mataji, anything? You found it interesting in today's purport?
Yes, main thing was that just hearing doesn't help. It has to be like that. I mean, with sincere hearing, and it has to come from the person who is the speaker, has to be the perfect sinless person, and then the hearer has to be the perfect listener. So that thing was nice. Just like any scholar will not be able to really get what Srimad Bhagavatam is all about. So that's what I like. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
I like this word injection here, right? Like injection is something which is directly like doctors typically suggested uh, when the medicine, like oral medicine, takes more time to go. Injection is something which directly go to the bloodstream and starts reaction immediately, right? Here, like Prabhupada is talking about injection when received from the right doctor. Right? Okay, so this topic of Srimad Bhagavatam as that potency when received from the right source, or prescribed, or like or like injected into your body from the right source, it has a potency to act immediately, in a way, knowingly or unknowingly as well, of course. So very, very interesting uh, set of words Prabhupada chooses to make a point. And as well as like talks about hunger, how one may know that one is progressing in spiritual life using that hunger analogy. So many things. Okay, maybe we can take it uh, since we read the translation purport and it's already 7 o'clock. What we can do is we can meditate on these two verses for today, And from tomorrow, we can hear how Maharaj is processing, how he has meditated on these verses and is enlightening us or injecting this Krishna Katha into our ears. How he is doing it. Okay, we can relish that. But today we can take a time and then we can meditate on these verses and what it means for us and how it is like we can do that and then we can come back and hear from Maharaj tomorrow how he has processed and how he helps how he will help us to understand it better. Is that okay?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Bro, just one thing. Sorry, one point. Srila Prabhupada's, just I again noticed that Srila Prabhupada says that there is no shortcut. And I was just appreciating that how Srila Prabhupada could actually able to get that point when he has only 7 days, Parikshit Maharaj, and so the directly jumping to the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and not on a maturity level, one can actually go and okay. And so Prabhupada had so many purpose in writing that statement, but even for practitioners like us, not to skip anything, so go systematically and hear this jewel Srimad Bhagavatam, Amala Purana, which can actually make us ready to hear the 10th canto rather than directly jumping. So even Parikshit Maharaj, he had only 7 days and 7 nights. He could have actually done that. But instead of that, he asked very technical topics, a fundamental topic about creation, and he started from there. So it shows um, uh, the inquisitive nature of Parikshit Maharaj, his interest for hearing Krishna Katha, and Prabhupada bringing that point, alerting, cautioning us, and of course, the professional reciters as well. So just one more. Thank you, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Subudhi Rai Prabhu had raised his hand. He wanted to say something.
Yes, Prabhu. Subhadra Prabhu, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji, Kumarika Mataji. Prabhu, just while we were talking about creation, I just had one question recently. I heard that there is only one Kshirodakshai Vishnu, but we understand that I think in every universe, in every atom, everywhere, Kshirodakshai Vishnu is there. So I don't know how to put it, but yeah, I heard that there is only one Kshirodakshai Vishnu, not in every universe, but there is only just one. So maybe you can note it down later whenever.
Okay, Prabhu. You're saying like there is only one Shiva Shai Vishnu, not every universe has a Paramatma expansion like that. Just like Lord Krishna Vishnu, there is not multiple Shiva Shai Vishnu. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. This is you heard it in a lecture or something like that?
No, from other friend who is from other sampradaya. Yeah.
Okay.
Vaishnava. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Shyam Kund Prabhu, do you have any thoughts on it?
The primary reason that we understand about this aspect of creation of multiple Kshirodakshai Vishnu in that sense is from the past time where Lord Brahma visits Krishna and he sees different Brahmas. And there is a Chaturmukha Brahma, he also sees many other Brahmas. So each universe has its own Brahma. And it is from there that we also understand that Kshirodakshai Vishnu's expansion in all of them. So it is both true and limiting that there is one Kshirodakshai Vishnu. It's true because it is in the sense of expansion. The same Supreme Lord, his expansion as Kshirodakshai Vishnu is there in different universes. So that is what we are calling. Like Krishna has 16,108 wives. He expanded in 16,108 forms. but it's the same Krishna. Many other sampradayas don't think about it that way because they don't delve into the detail. It's not like they're not considered. They're not concerned about other universes. They're concerned only about this Brahmanda. So they limit themselves to it because there are many other things to be taken care of in this world and in the spiritual world itself. Usually it's like that.
Prabhu also, Srila Prabhupada also gives an example that just like a sun is its one, but it can be seen and felt on multiple places as we go from different part of the world. So similarly, the pervasiveness of Krishna is actually present everywhere. So technically, it is one, but can be felt in multiple location also. And in Bhagavatam also, and many places sometimes our outside people may also just say that everything comes from Karnadaksha Vishnu. Prabhupada writes that actually that is also, sometimes we say that it is Kshirodaksha Vishnu, Garbhadaksha Vishnu, Karnadaksha Vishnu, Karnadaksha Vishnu. But actually technically, even if you say one Karnadaksha Vishnu, it is still true. Prabhupada says in one of the purports, because the Garbhadaksha Vishnu is the expansion of Karnadaksha Vishnu, and Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the expansion of that. So technically, even if you say that it is done by this or that, eventually it is all by Karnadaksha Vishnu or Mahavishnu. So that is also true. So some of the places it may be just one statement that it is that Karnadaksha Vishnu is the in heart of the everything, or it could be Kshirodaksha Vishnu. So, but technically this is also true. And what Shamkun Prabhu also mentioned that, yeah, it is the expansion is everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamkun Prabhu and Yugat Vishwa Prabhu. Yeah, I think I got the answer. Yeah.
Okay. If there are no other questions, then we can stop here. We can pause here, and we can hear Maharaj lecture on this topic tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Harisham Prabhu, just
Are you able to
one.
hear? Is it feeble?
Harisham Prabhu.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu, I could hear it. Are you able to hear me, Prabhu?
Yes. So
Prabhu,
yeah.
Just
Go ahead.
one summarize from yesterday's discussion. There was a question about living body. And as we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam as Bhakti Vaibhav, fourth canto, especially Prithu Maharaj leaving that body. So there was a particular section. So I thought of compiling that and did yesterday. So just in case Sarvari Mataji did not get chance, that was a summary from 4.18.13 or 14, where Parikshit, 4.23, where Prithu Maharaj leaves his body voluntarily, accelerating his time to give up this body. So I just summarized yesterday and sent that summary and giving the examples of Prithu Maharaj. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. I'll go through it. Hare Krishna.
It was very good summary, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So we'll pause here for today.